Have you ever tried to visualize complex data only to find yourself lost in a sea of numbers and lines? It can be overwhelming, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to enhance your data visualization skills by adding a color map to your wind direction arrows. I totally get it. You want your data to not only be informative, but also visually appealing. It can be frustrating when your plots don't convey the full story. You're definitely not alone in this struggle. Here's the specific situation we're addressing. A user recently asked, how can I add a color map to indicate the percentage of occurrence next to my wind direction arrows? This is a great question and one that many data enthusiasts face. Let's dive into the solution together. So, what's the challenge here? You have arrows representing wind direction and speed, but you want to add another layer of information, the occurrence percentage. This will help viewers understand how often winds come from each direction. Let's break it down step by step. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to add a color map, but also how to make your visualizations pop with clarity and insight. To add a color map indicating the percentage of occurrence, the user should first calculate the occurrence percentage for each wind direction. This can be done by dividing the number of data points by the total number of data points. Next, the user should create a color map based on these percentages. They can use Matplotlib's color map functionality to achieve this. The user can define a color map that represents the occurrence percentages. Now, the user needs to modify the Quiver plot to include the color mapping. They should pass the occurrence percentages as the color argument in the Quiver function. Finally, the user should add a color bar to the plot. This will help visualize the occurrence percentages next to the arrows. The color bar can be added using Matplotlib's color bar function. Fun fact, did you know that the color blue is often associated with calmness and stability? Just like your data visualization should be, clear and easy to interpret. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by another user is to add a color bar to your plot. They recommend placing the command plt.colorbar between the lines where you define your Quiver plot and where you create the Quiver key. This will allow the color bar to represent the different wind speeds effectively. Here's a pro tip. Always label your color bars clearly. This small detail can make a huge difference in how your audience interprets your data. And there you have it. You've successfully added a color map to your wind direction arrows. Remember, effective data visualization is key to conveying your message. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more tips and keep exploring the world of data.